Hi everybody, I wanted to take a little bit of time to explain the sentences module that are going to be part of our SST on Mondays and Fridays for the month of October. So your journey will start on the sentences webpage. That's right here, and that should be shared with you. If not, it'll be in the email that I'm sending out to folks. And there are some directions at the top, and basically students are expected to watch the introductory videos. Then they're also, my mouse isn't scrolling very well, sorry. They watch the introductory videos, and then there is a series of exercises that they can do. And the most important one is to do the pre-assessment. If you run your kids through the pre-assessment, that should give you an idea about where they are in terms of their ability to recognize different types of sentences. And then you can go through, there's an introduction to sentences, and then there's a series of independent practices, types of sentences, then there's some quizzes, etc. And these are just all things that are online. And eventually, you're going to want your students to try and earn a badge in sentences, and they do that by clicking here and earning a badge. Now, in order for these things to work together, I want to show you just a couple things. First of all, we're always going to start on the web page. So it's the sentences web page. But then I've also created a folder, and originally I created this as a Google shared drive, but that has some limitations in terms of running some of the Google add-ons. So I made a shared drive in my own Google Drive. It's called 2020 MSMS SST Literacy, and I'll share that with everybody. That will also be linked in the email. And here you can see there's a variety of Google Forms. Those are the quizzes, and then there's also some spreadsheets with links to the answers. So here you can see this is the pre-assessment Google form, and then right below it are the responses to that. And then you can see up here there's a sentence mastery certification, and that, just like every Google form, also has responses. This one though has a little bit it's a little bit different. It's running an add-on called Certify-em, and Certify-em automatically produces a badge or credential if a student achieves a certain proficiency score. And because of that, there's this third document associated with the mastery assessment. It's called Certify-em Records. And I just want to go through this with everybody so that we're clear about how this works. So again, here is the sentence pre-assessment. You can put that in Google Classroom, or you can have kids take it right from the web page. Once kids have taken that pre-assessment, hopefully their results will end up in this website, this spreadsheet. And notice that I did put a team grade entry onto the Google form. So hopefully this spreadsheet will be sortable by 5th grade, 6th grade, and then all the teams, right? So here's your pre-assessment responses. And then once kids have gone through these different exercises, they're going to want to try to do the mastery certification quiz, which is right down here. Click here to earn your badge. And that assessment looks like this, right? So you have your kids go through that assessment, and then they can take this as many times as they want. And again, it identifies the pod or the grade, and they just identify a bunch of different sentences. The responses to this are in the 2020 Sentence Mastery Certification spreadsheet. You can see I took it, I rushed, and I got one wrong, but this gives me my overall score. Now, as I mentioned to you, there's a third spreadsheet related to the Sentence Mastery Assessment, and that is called Certify-em Records. And what this does, you see here, it has taken my email and my name, and because I got more than 85%, it has said that that's true, I passed, and so it's given me a certificate that has its own unique number. And that certificate has been mailed to me automatically, so it'll automatically be mailed to students. And if I click on that, you can see that this simple certificate shows that I have completed my sentence mastery badge. And this is what you want students to put on the evidence page of their PLP. So I hope this helps. This is a pilot project. There's also, um, let me just show you very quickly. If we go over to Google Classroom and our Google Classroom, I've created a Google Classroom for SST. So I've created a Google Classroom for SST where I'll be loading this information. And this way you can actually have some kids who don't need to be in that SST, they're getting services or whatnot. They don't have to be in this, but most of your kids will be in your SST class. And again, this is optional just if you want to set it up. But I do want to talk about this quill.org, and I've loaded Quill up. I'm still waiting for approval on this from Mike Berry and Katie Barea. But if you go to Quill, Quill has a bunch of exercises that actually involve writing the sentences. So not only are they recognizing the sentences, students are, but they're also writing those sentences out. And this would be in addition to the work they're doing on their sentence mastery. So again, everything starts with the sentence page. I hope this helps. Again, this is a pilot project, but basically it's designed so that kids can independently work through these exercises, and based on their proficiency, they can earn a certificate as evidence of their learning. That evidence of their learning then goes on to their PLP. Thanks very much for listening. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to be in touch. Thanks, and have a great week.